Tycons are finally at a good price. Oh, this is nice. The Paraiso Verde. Ooh, these are big. Wow, that's like the perfect half moon leaf. That I did not expect. I'm very surprised to see this plant. And look at that, the Philodendron Florida Ghost. The last time I saw this plant, welcome. It's time for my monthly trip to Heeman's. It's a nursery that I like to visit once a month just to see what's in stock, check out plant prices, and just enjoy a little planty eye candy. So here's a quick overview. All right, I'm excited to see what's in stock, what they brought in. We know around this time of year, a lot of nurseries, like around summertime, a lot of nurseries are focusing on their outdoor selection. So hopefully they've shown their indoor selection some love. So let's start at the Hoya section. I've missed the Hoya section. It's been a while. So let's see if they've done anything new, brought in any new plants, and let's see the prices. So over here is the Hoya melliflua. Let me just take you down a little bit. There we go. The Hoya melliflua is sort of a very smooth, glossy leafed Hoya. Let's zoom out just a little bit more. There we go. A smooth, it feels glossy, dark, not a lot of veins on it. And this one is for $24.99. Next to it is the Hoya fungii, which has a little bit more venation, like it's just a little bit darker, but you can't really feel the texture. And you can get some big leaves, not huge, but these are a nice size. And the fungii are for the same price, they're for $24.99. Then over here they've got a Hoya. This looks like a Hoya crassipetiolata, but it's labeled as a black margin. Is this a black margin? Am I getting this wrong? Here, this looks like a black margin, right? This one's for $29, but this one's labeled as a black margin, but this looks like a crassipetiolata to me. And this is for $29.99. Just a little bit of a mix-up. And then they've got more black margins over here for the same price. And if you look here, you can see a difference between the two leaves. I know a lot of people say Hoya look alike, and they do, but you can see the difference. It's true that Crassi does have black margins, but if you look here, the veins inside the Crassi are dark, but the black margins, the veins are a light green color. So these are definitely two different plants. Over here is the Hoya pot of gold. It looks like this is the same stock they had last time, and these are for $30. It has an inner variegation of like a goldish creamy color. And then over here they've got the Hoya Croniana. It's labeled as a Croniana silver. Very easy to propagate Hoya, but definitely quite fussy. You'll find yourself restarting this plant a lot. This is for $24.99. So again, a lot of the Hoya, is what we saw last month. But again, in case you missed that video, they've got the Weimania. They've got two left for $29.99. They've got the Hoya Australis, not the Lisa, the all green. This is for $14.99. The Australis grows really quickly. They've got the Hoya Sunrise. There we go. Oh, this is a nice long one. Nice long vine. These are for $20. I think this looks like one of, oh, they've got some more, but they've got some nice sun stressing on this one here. Next to it is the Hoya, what's this one again? I always forget. The Potsii, Potsii, the Potsii. This is for $34.99. It has a really long vine. And here they've got some more of the Sunrise and the properly labeled crassipetiolata for $17. So if someone picks up this Crassi up here, they're getting it for $30. Uh-oh. And then this guy down here is the True Color. the true price, not color, sorry. This is for $17.99. So they've got some more of the Potsii down below. And then over here, you can see like the deep color of the new leaves. That's pretty. Oh, look at the variegation on this Wayettii. Wow, it's got some all white leaves there. They probably won't last too long, but that's still pretty. They're for 20. They've got some more. I love to see this pink color. I love when they come in this nice pink color. That's very pretty. They've got an overflow here. They've got the Carnosa Crimson Queen. Some tiny ones here for $7.99. Not bad. And then they've got the Carrii. And I'm pretty sure these are for $7.99 too. They've got the all green and they've got the outer variegated. Down below are bigger pots. Oh my goodness, look at that. I love the variegation on some of these leaves down here. Wow, all white. Of the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen. They're bigger pots, they're for 20. And the Crimson Princess, I don't remember them having such a large stock of them last time, but this is for the same price. Or is it labeled a tricolor? Okay, it's labeled a tricolor. A lot of people say that it's different, the princess and the tricolor. I don't personally see the difference, but I don't know. All right, so over here is the Scindapsis area, and let's see, they've got the same stock, but in a recent video, I can't remember which creator I saw, but I saw a big lush version of the jade satin, and I was really impressed at how it looked. I believe it was a jade satin that he had. It looks so good. I was really impressed. It piqued my interest. It's one that's going to be on my radar a little bit. These are for $21.99. And I just love, you see, these here look like they're getting a little too much light, right? These look like they're more on the medium light loving side. I find, I'm not an expert about Scindapsis, but I've noticed they bleach easily. So I think just give these guys a little less light and they would be a lot happier. Much happier. All right, so that's what I wanted to share on the Scindapsis side. And my, look at the orchids. They're beautiful. I know I have a few orchid lovers who watch my channel. So this is for you. Series called the Plant Isles, and I usually have it in the winter, but this year I'm going to bring it about next month again, so it's going to come back in October. So let me know what aisles you're interested in seeing, and I'll be sure to capture every single plant in that specific genus aisle. So let me know, put your votes down below for what you would like, and if someone puts in a genus that you like, just like that comment. The most likes on a specific genus comment will have its dedicated video. Okay, so over here they've got carnivorous plants. That's super cool. I don't remember them ever having a section dedicated to carnivorous plants, and I have noticed that there's a rise in the popularity of carnivorous plants recently. I'm seeing it appear on a lot more channels, and that's pretty cool. I'm a bit curious about them, but not so curious to purchase one. These are for $11. They're called Alice's Sundew. It's pretty cool. All right, so let's take a peek at their rare cabinet. So they had a new, oh my goodness, I see a plant that I want. I'm sorry, I look to the right and I see something nice right over there. But we're gonna get there in a second. In their rare cabinet, they posted online that they got a couple new plants. They have the blue oil fern in the back, which we sort of already knew. And they've got the white monstera for $80. By the way, the blue oil fern is for $39. They've got the variegated ZZ plant. Actually, I just realized that it's taken them a long time to get this plant. This plant has been circulating in even smaller nurseries for a while now. These are for 60. And they've got the variegated Rhaphidophora decursiva. That I did not expect. I'm very surprised to see this plant. And it's nice. It seems like they changed the mesh on this. So you can sort of reach in and touch the plant and take a closer look at it. That's nice. That's pretty cool. I wonder how stable this variegation would be. It's for $100, by the way. Like, it doesn't look like a very distinct variegation. It looks very mild, but yeah, this one over here, that's a better leaf right there. That has a little bit more variegation to it, but yeah. And then in the back, ooh, I can't remember. Oh, this is the domesticum. That's a nice leaf right there on that variegated domesticum. Wow, that's like the perfect half moon leaf, like just perfect. Not even a moon, just a half leaf. That's just perfect. And it's for $40. Not a bad price. Not a bad price for the domesticum. Okay, so the exciting thing that I saw over here was some Anthurium. I think that's pretty exciting. So I guess they must have had this for a while because it does look a little bit picked through. Usually when they get like a new genus, or not a new genus, but a new variety, they will have a lot. So there's not a whole lot. Like there's a lot, but I'm pretty sure there was more here. So this is the Anthurium clarinervium. Now, I remember the last time they had this plant in stock, it was not $11. So that's a great price. And I'm super tempted. I've heard that the claries can be a little bit difficult. I've heard a mixture. I've heard some people say that they're difficult. I've heard some people say that they're easy. Like I've definitely heard a little bit of both. I'm surprised at how the leaves look on these. Some of them are a little, not quite sure what's happening on these leaves here. I don't have the most experience with Anthurium, but I don't see this very often. And maybe these are just extremely juvenile and they don't have the distinct clarinervium veins as yet, where you have the iridescent look in the veins. Let me know in the comment section down below what you know about this spotting on the leaves here. Let me know. And then they've got this one here, the Anthurium crystallinum turtle. I've seen this around. I think it's a cross. I don't know what the cross is, but obviously it's a crystal cross with something else. Something with, I have no idea. Maybe we could look it up and put it in the comment section. Then they've got the Villanorum hybrid. So Anthurium corangs crossed with a Villanorum. I can definitely see the Villanorum in this here. But the corang I'm not very familiar with. I'll try to find the mother plants, pictures of them, and put it on the screen. Sometimes you can't even find pure versions of some of the varieties because they're actually a cross in themselves. Anyways. Ooh, is this what I think it is? Okay, it's a bicolor. This is a bicolor. Is this an Aglionema bicolor? And then over here, they got the Anthurium Germanii golden. I think I've seen this around before too. These are for $20. And then over here, the Anthurium green lady for the same price. Yeah, this one, the leaves are definitely a little bit more on the golden side. I could see why it has that name. All right, so that's nice that they got some new Anthurium in stock. That's nice. It's always hopeful and positive. The prices aren't too bad either, so that is nice. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see what's over in the philodendron section. Here they've got the bonsai section. Over there we just passed the Aglionema. So again, for the plant aisles, let me know which aisle you're interested in seeing. They've got the succulents aisle. Then this is for new people who've never known about my plant aisle series. So the Dracaena aisle, air plants in the back if you look over there. And they've got the philodendron, Dieffenbachia. They've got fern aisle. So be sure to let me know which aisles you're interested in seeing, and I will show every single variety in that specific aisle. So let's see. Over here they've got a little bit of alocasia. They've got the silver dragon here. These are big ones. They're in 6-inch pots for 20. And then let's see. They've got a couple of the black velvets. I don't know why I've been seeing so many black velvets for sale on Facebook Marketplace recently. I don't know. They were such easy, not easy, but they do multiply quite quickly. That's what I want to say. All right, and then over here they've got the Philodendron micans in 6-inch pots for 20. That's them up here, and they've got more down below. I'm not sure what all the shavings are. They've got some shavings on them, but yeah, that's nice. Not too bad. Not too bad. These are for 20, and they've got some more of the Grantianum in stock. These are for, ooh, these are big. I wonder if this is the stock from last time I was here. That's a long vine. That's impressive. These are for 20. How much are they? These are for $24.99, so about 25. That's nice. That's nice. Way bigger and nicer than the one I got for, I think, the same price. Higher up, they've got the Brazils and the silver stripes. Then they've got smaller micans for, let's see, $11.99 there. They've got the Philodendron painted lady. Don't you just love these leaves? Such vibrant leaves. These are for $11.99. And look at them down here. Look at that. This section of the neon yellow. This is eye candy right here. Right here. The Philodendron Ring of Fire down to 15. I'm glad this nursery has them at a good price. Look at that. The Philodendron Florida Ghost. The last time I saw this plant at this nursery, it was in the rare cabinet. And I think I paid, how much did I pay for the Florida Ghost? Mine was super tiny, and I think I paid 20 for it. I don't remember. It was really tiny. This is much bigger. And when I bought it over a year ago. This is like triple the size of the one that I got. And this is for 20. So same price, but actually I think I got it, yeah, for 20 or 25. So same price, but much, much bigger. So that's nice. I think this is a great Hoya. I do find it to be just a tiny bit finicky, just a tiny, tiny bit, especially when it's small. But I think this is a good size. If you can get it at this size, that's much better. When you get it in these tiny itty bitty sizes, like when the leaves are like this big, they're pretty fussy. They're hard. Okay, so let's just shimmy on over and see what else is here. So right here they've got, ooh, this is nice. The Paraiso Verde. What a nice time of year to bring this plant out, because it's definitely gonna give you the lovely, oh, look at that mottled variegation. Ay, ay, ay. I love it. I was in love with this plant for a very long time, and I really wanted it for a very long time, and it was very expensive for a very long time. And I was tempted to get it. The only thing I don't like it is how gangly the petioles are. They get really long petioles, even when you're giving it very bright light, and they will take up a lot of space. So remember, Stephanie likes to talk about plants that she will enjoy in other people's collection. This is a plant that I enjoy in other people's collection, especially when it's nice, and it doesn't even have to have this much of a mottled look, but I will just enjoy it in others' collections. And by the way, it costs 15. Crazy. And they've got some bigger ones, and they've got some really, really tiny ones. Like this one's so tiny, but they've got bigger ones. Let's see, are the bigger ones for the same price? Like this one's pretty big. Same price. Look at that. You can get a nice big one. Oh, this is also tempting. Tempting. But I will return to its space. They've got some nice tortums here. They're a good price. Like, sorry, they're a good size. I don't know the price yet, but that's a really good size. I love a good tortum. This is another plant that I will admire in other people's collections. I just think if this plant had to get pests, I would not like it. And it reminds me too much of a palm. Everyone, I think, at some point has had a palm, and they are spider mite magnets, and they're the worst, the worst. And this reminds me too much of a palm. But yeah, so this is $29.99. You get 2 big plants in the pot. Not bad. If you really want a tortum, not bad, not bad. And we've got some other philodendron over here. Very nice. Lovely, lovely. So let's just take a quick peruse. Look at that here. The crocodile Dieffenbachia. I always love to see the backs. The backs of this plant. It's just so gorgeous. Really, really love it. Love it. All right, so let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Here's what I'll do. I'm just gonna give you some eye candy. We're just gonna peruse, see what's what. And again, let me know what you like to see and I will bring that for you. Up above, they've got hanging baskets of the philodendrons. And over here, they've got a hanging pothos, neon pothos. They also have a pothos section. So let me know if you want a detailed look at the pothos section. Oh my gosh, look at those. These are so cute. Isn't this so cute? Oh, you're sideways. Let's turn you around. There we go. These are adorable. How cool. Wow, I guess they just got a huge new stock of succulents because this looks really nice. Where are my succulent lovers? Let me know in the comment section if you are a huge succulent lover. And I think there are a good number of you because when I had that video about how to battle against burnout, a lot of you said that you just keep a lot of succulents because they're super easy and it helps you with your burnout. So I know there are a good few of you out there. All right. Ooh, I'm just curious about the cactus. Ooh, and there's air plants. How many of you grow air plants? Let me know. I'm curious. They just look like ornaments, don't they? They don't even look real. Let me know if you do and what it's like for you, what your experience is like growing them. All right, I've lately gotten into the leafy type of cactus. It's weird. I'm not a huge succulent lover or cactus lover, but I've been in love with the 2 types of cactus that I do have in my collection. So every time I come here, I always feel the need to take a look at this one. Is this the orchid cactus? No, it's the red mistletoe cactus. This is for $15. Oh my goodness. I just love the sun stressing. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. I love it. I love it. You see, when I'm in love with a plant like this, I want to wait for a couple months, let the feelings marinate a little bit to see if I still want it after a while. And if I do, then I get it. But for now, we're still in the marinating phase when it comes to me and this plant. All right, so that's it here. And let's see, I'm just gonna check one other section. Oh, by the way, after the video, I'm gonna let an employee know about the mismatched pricing on the Crassipetiolata. So no worries here. Look, they've got the shingling plant. Look at that. I remember when this was in the rare cabinet. Was it? I think so. It's for $15 now. That's super cool. I did not expect to see that in here. That's surprising. How cool is that? I'll insert a picture of how it looks when it's mature and growing up something. Ooh, look at that. There is a Hoya that I'm interested in getting. I can't remember the name of it, but it shingles as well. I wonder if this is the plant that I'm thinking of. that as it vines, the leaves close and become a taco-like. I need to look it up. I need to look it up. I have a video that I filmed when I was in Barbados. I went to a plant nursery and they had that plant and I really wanted it, but I didn't have an import license. So your girl was a good girl and she didn't smuggle it in her suitcase. I did not do that. I did not do that. But anyways, I've been on the lookout for it. There are a couple plants that if I see them, I'm gonna get them like hands down because I know I love them. And that's one of them. So I just don't know why I don't know the name of it, but anyways, I need to look that up. So look at that. These look like lily pads, don't they? They're actually Monstera deliciosas. And look at that, the Monstera Tycons. They're catching up with the pricing. Finally, the Monstera Tycons are finally at a good price. I think this is pretty competitive and I love this price. I think 20 bucks for all of this variegation. I think that's great. Finally, I felt like Home Depot sort of beat the nurseries to it. They really shrunk the prices like months and months and months ago. And so it's nice that the nurseries are starting to catch up. So I think that is it for now. Don't forget to let me know which sections you'd like to see in the plant aisles and I will get that done for you. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.